What's up, guys? So up next we got this M240. This is a 2022, I think, so pretty much a new car, a newer car. This is obviously the facelift model of the newer one, so it looks really good. It's in I think this is Brooklyn gray or something like that. Not too sure, but this one's getting a full custom wrap. It's not just gonna be one color. As you guys probably seen before, if you're into cars, the fade wraps have been pretty popular past couple years, and he decided to do that. So we're gonna go with something similar to Wildberry Purple from the BMWs in the front, and it's gonna fade right at the middle to the back to gloss black. So that's what's going down on this one. It was wrapped previously, but it's all taken off and it's pretty much ready to get prepped. I mean, I did remove the rails. I removed these trims because, as you can see, a ton of dirt is underneath that. Other than that, before I wash it, I don't want to remove anything else so no water gets in anywhere. But yeah, this is what we're working with. Nice little M240. I think it's got a muffler delete, so you know the B58 engine sounds really nice on these, and for this little car, this thing probably is crazy quick. This area has to get sanded down. As you guys can see, it did have custom flares on it, he said. So they were like little, just little like over fender flares. Very slim, just to add like a little effect to it, like a wide body, I guess. But when it comes to removing those, as you can see, from the last wrap job, it took off some of the paint, so we got to sand that down. In the future, if he wants to sell the car or something, or unwrap it, keep it unwrapped, he's gonna have to respray the whole bumper anyway, so it doesn't matter what I do. But to make it look good for under the wrap, we got to sand that down. Other than that, everything is pretty looks pretty simple. That whole black portion right there doesn't get wrapped. That's just considered trim. So when the wrap is being designed, that's not considered. Either way, you know, you're pretty much just wrapping the gray. So everything is going to fade on the middle. You know, the color will slightly change from the front to the back because it's got a hue into the black. So the whole center of the car, from the door, the roof is going to fade. The quarter panel's got to fade. And the front will be, like I said, Wildberry Purple. The back will be gloss black. So yeah, also what I'm gonna do right now, before I even do wash it, I kind of want to he asked me to put on these carbon trims. So this whole carbon piece, or this piece that you see right here, this trim, is carbon. He has custom ones, but to do that, we're gonna have to remove the bumper fully because the sensor is connected to that, and we're gonna have to clip everything in from the back. That's just the way these things are. So I think I want to do that first, so that that's set before the wrap. So I'm not going to remove that when it comes to wrapping the car in general. So I'm going to just, you know, do it now and then tape it and wrap around it. So yeah, that's what we're looking like. A little M240i. The interior is red. It's really nice. So yeah, this car is sick. It's going to be insane. With the fade wrap, it's gonna be my first fade wrap, actually. I've done a bunch of custom wraps, but as far as the fades go, this will be my first one, so we'll see how it turns out. Right now we're gonna prep it, disassemble everything. I think I'm gonna take the tail lights off, the antenna cap, the mirrors, trims, and yeah, just basic stuff, just so I could get full coverage and hide this gray. What's up, guys? This M240 is finally finished. This insane, crazy full fade wrap from purple to black, to put it simply. This color was inspired by BMW's individual Wildberry Metallic. So, you know, with printed colors that are custom printed, you know, off a printer, you're never gonna get that same finish that these full roll wraps are getting, you know, the metallic flakes in it and whatnot. But this is as close as we can get to it in printed form. So I think it came out amazing. You know, the owner already saw it. I sent him pictures. He's out of the country and he loves it. So as long as he loves it, you know, that's all that matters. So the whole sides were laid in one sheet so the fade can, you know, transfer perfectly from the door to the quarter panel. The roof obviously was separate and it kind of fades on a little angle, so it's pretty dope. What else? We did a lot to this thing, honestly. So just to show you the fade transfer into the door handle as well, it's all perfect. Roof, we just did the mirror cap in a different in a couple pieces. Obviously these were done in just gloss black because when these full custom wraps get printed, they don't really give you room for extra, and they only give you like 1 or 2 inches on every edge, so that, you know, every panel kind of fits together and it just looks, you know, how it's supposed to. Well, with that being said, you know, they don't give you really much extra material to work with. So I didn't even have enough to do the roof rails in the fade to match. So, you know, just did them in gloss black. That's how it looks as normal as possible. Antenna was done the same way. Then we come to the rear. New black badges put on, gloss black. Bumper was not too bad. I did have to put a seam in that area where the recesses, that little angle. The back, everything came out beautiful. We color matched the emblems to the purple. Spoiler put on, brand new. It's kind of like a duckbill style, but it looks amazing because it's real carbon. So yeah, it looks really good. What else? We put the new Instagram badge, sticker, decal, whatever you want to call it, on there because he has a new page or whatever. Front end got the biggest overhaul. So first thing I did, he asked me to change out these trims. This entire trim is a full replacement. It's not just a stick on. So it has these aggressive winglets here and it looks way better than the original. So I did that first because I knew that I'd have enough room to tuck in around it. If I would have wrapped it first, then started messing around with, you know, taking it out of the clips and everything, it probably would have damaged the wrap. So yeah, that was done first. Sensor fitment is kind of iffy, but it's not showing up on the computer that something's wrong, so it's all good. You know, that's just how the molding comes. It's clipped in properly from the back, and that's just as good as it's gonna get. So moving on, here is the other biggest change, is this crazy front grille trim. So that's also a full replacement, pulled out from clips in the back and pushed back in with these stay in the bumper actually, so they're not connected to the trim or the grille. They are like attached to the bumper because they're active and they open up when, I don't know, at a certain speed or whatever the case may be. So yeah, that's another sick touch to the front end. This was done with seams. I did have a little bit of spare pieces to run a seam along this eyelid. So this whole eyelid on both sides is done. Runs along the body line and it's done separate. And then the full piece was done and caught on top of that. And everything came out amazing with the front bumper, but that thing took me the longest probably out of everything. Laying the whole side in one sheet is pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie, because you knock out, you know, 3 panels in one, you know, 2-hour. I think it took me like a couple hours each side. And you know, then you got to deal with the door handle, the gas cap, whatever, but that's separate pieces. Just got to make sure that door handle lines up with the color too, since it's done separate. So yeah, overall guys, this thing got a major overhaul. These fade wraps are in style, in trend right now, or they have been for a couple years. And I finally was able to do one, you know, with custom colors. The purple was a custom based off, like I said, the wild berry into gloss black. But most people do fade a certain color into always into gloss black. I have seen like cream to brown or like dark orange to light orange, something like that. But most of the time, the one half of the color is black. So yeah, this thing looks sick. I took some pictures already of it, and I hope he enjoys it because this thing was a mission. We did have some issues with printing, so I had to redo the hood and it was just delayed, but we got it all down and it came out amazing with all the carbon parts on the front end to the, you know, spoiler in the back. Everything is sick. Maybe he could do some carbon caps on the mirrors too. That would be a nice touch on the side. But other than that, this one's all done, guys. Let me know what you think. My first custom fade wrap. I've done plenty of customs before, but this is my first fade. It was pretty interesting, and I like the fade. It's sick. So let me know what you guys think.